Today's podcast is brought to you by StrongHeartAcademy.com, where no heart is no victory. We are also brought to you by BJJ to go. If you want to build your game and learn Jiu-Jitsu, go to bjjtogo.com. Hi, I'm Professor Mike Martin from Strong Heart Academy. I'm the owner and operator. I'm a third-degree black belt under Kyle Terra, and today we're going to talk about what is the perfect age to start Jiu-Jitsu. And I would say short answer is yesterday. I started at age 20, and there was very little Jiu-Jitsu in the Valley at the time in Phoenix. There was maybe 5 schools total, and there was only like 1 black belt, maybe 2 in the whole school, the whole Phoenix, or whole Arizona, actually. Now I don't even know how many black belts. A lot. Some deserving, some not. But I would love to have tried it when I was a teenager. I just didn't know it even existed. It would have been great to start young, but I have plenty of students that have started, in their 30s and 40s. And so the right time is yesterday, is the way I kind of think about it, is like, the sooner the better to train. Now, when you're younger, obviously, there's just almost no injuries in jiu-jitsu when you're young. Very rarely ever get injured when you're a kid. So you get a lot of training in without injuries. As you get older, there may be some injuries that happen, just like any sport that you train in, and that might slow you down a little bit. And injuries are always like they can frustrate you in your jiu-jitsu, and then make you less confident when you come back. And getting over all that is, it takes a little bit more time. But I feel like sometimes people get older and they feel like life stops. It's like they kind of quit on life, quit on trying to achieve things, quit on goal setting, quit on being an athletic person, and they get settle into the easy chair, watch TVs, get a pot belly, start drinking. It's just unfortunate. But I think jiu-jitsu is a great jump-off point to be healthy in an older age. In your 30s and 40s and 50s, you there's no reason why you can't be athletic. Now, are you going to be training the same as a 20-year-old? Absolutely not. And are you going to be training the same as a teenager? No. Or kids? No, absolutely not. But there's no excuse that says that you can't do it. There just really isn't. That's just a setting limitations that we set on ourselves. And those are unfortunate. And I think a lot of people, when they get older, they start setting those things for themselves. And I just try not to do that. Do I feel my age sometimes? Of course, but I also know I'm in much better shape than most people in their 40s. And I believe it's all jiu-jitsu. It keeps me mobile. It keeps my brain thinking problem solving, goal setting. Again, when you get older and you get set, like maybe you've even set up your 401k, you've set up your retirement plan, and you're like, I got 20 years left or whatever, and I'm just cruise through my job. You're just starting to cruise through things. And I just think that's kind of dangerous territory. You can get very sedimentary, and setting new goals is always great. And one of the greatest things about jiu-jitsu is there's no end. And some people are like, what? There's no end? But yeah, there's you'll never live long enough to learn all of jiu-jitsu. I've probably forgot more jiu-jitsu than most people in the Valley have even learned jiu-jitsu, because I've trained for so long. But I've relearned things. I've learned new ways. Once I went under Kyle Terra, I've learned old techniques, better ways to do older techniques. So I've even relearned techniques I already learned, and learning the new way and a better way, in my opinion, of doing something. And then just, again, for your age, it keeps you young. I'm around young people. I'm around people that are older than me. It was a benefit when I was young because I was around older people, and I got to be influenced by people that I would never hang out with. When you're 20, 22, or anywhere in your 20s, you're hanging out with 30 and 40-year-olds, and they're talking about mortgages, and I'm like, I don't know what that is, and and talking about wives and ex-wives and kids and stuff. It was just a great education for me. And now that I'm older, it's great to be around young people and their youthful energy. And I feel like I can partake some of this knowledge, experience, life experience with someone that is younger that hasn't experienced those things. And sometimes when we're young, you stop listening to your parents, they say around 13 to age 24. That's a big chunk of life that, evolutionary speaking, whatever we want to say, it's made so you want to leave the nest and not stay home forever. But they also say that in those age groups, you'll still listen to other people's parents, older people, but for whatever reason, your own parents, you check out. And so I think for jiu-jitsu is a great opportunity for young people to be around older people and older people to be around younger people and not be like so set in your ways, and learning how to old dogs can still learn new tricks. And I really feel like so many people have this mindset that they can't do it. And beginning in May, Strong Heart Academy is going to start having what we're going to call a master's class. So in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, when you compete as an adult, it's adult division from 18 to age 29. At age 30 is master's division. And every 5 years, it goes master's 1. In 5 years, it's master's 2. In 5 years, it's master's 3, and so on. And so there are age groups when you compete that they'll be in. So you're going with people that are your age. And so we believe that it's going to be a great opportunity for new people that are older and they think they have that mentality. Well, maybe I don't want to wrestle with young guys. We're going to have a dedicated class just for guys that are over 30. And so that you're just going to feel a little bit more comfortable. We're not going to be going at quite as hard. Same curriculum. We're still learning jiu-jitsu. We still will be rolling and wrestling, just not as intense and maybe not as many rounds. When you're young, you could do 8 rounds, no problem. But when you get older, it's harder to wrestle that many rounds and come back the next day or even the same week. So we're going to have a class made specifically and tailored to people 30 years and over. And I'm really excited about this class. I think it's going to be great. And just open up jiu-jitsu to people that feel like, maybe they don't want to wrestle with someone young. Now, I still see the benefits of wrestling with someone younger and stronger, more athletic. And then again, just being able to maybe mentor someone younger, I think is really helpful for both people, the older person and the younger person. But we're going to be having this new program at our gym, our academy, and I'm really pumped about it. I think it's going to be great and even for current students that, maybe it's like, man, I'm tired today and I want to do the master's class versus the regular class. It's still going to be a fundamentals class, fundamentals curriculum, but again, we're going to tone down the intensity levels a bit, and we'll be doing more positional rolling and not as many rounds and not standing on our feet to reduce injuries as well. And I think it just gives an opportunity for people that think that they can't do it and know that there's a class made just for you that you can do it. And then maybe once you get your confidence level, you can start doing the regular fundamentals class too, because we're not going to make it so that you can't do the other class. But no 20-year-olds will be allowed in the master's class. It'll just be 30-year-olds and over, and I'm pretty psyched about that. But as young as our youngest student is 4 years old in our school, so I don't start younger than 4, but we have 4 to 5, 6 to 7, we have 7 to 12-ish, and then we have teen classes too. So I've broken down all these kids' ages, and then now I'm going to start breaking down adult ages, just giving opportunities, again, to people maybe in their 40s, 50s, 30s that feel like, oh, I don't know if I could do that. It's too much. But we're going to have a class just made for you and to make you feel comfortable, that you feel like you can do this. And I'm excited to teach those skills to maybe a different audience that haven't seen jiu-jitsu. And I want to open it up to people, and I want to let people know that you have the option. Old dogs can learn new tricks, okay? I almost wanted to name it Old Dogs with New Tricks, but it's a little bit long title and hard to explain. So Check us out, strongheartacademy.com. If you want to try the free trial, it's always available on there. Schedule a time to come in that works for you or your kids and try a class out and see why we're different, see why we're better than pretty much everyone around us. And the only way to find out is to try that class and see for yourself. So I appreciate your time, and peace.
Let me talk for just a second, help me feel that sense of rhythm. Find the meanings in our bearings and discover this position as a stage along the way. Another rung to the ladder, either stalling or you're climbing, and I'd rather beat the ladder. Instead of getting fatter, let the footsteps resume naturally.